Hello. Hi. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the virtual tour in the thick of season 3. We're so happy to be here with you today at the famous Red Hot Ranch here in Chicago. We decided to stay a little close to home.
Well, yeah, came back from the weekend rounds.
Very hungover from the Derby, so we needed a burger.
Yeah.
So
That's
here
why
we are.
only peaceful bells and synth today.
Yeah, we're really excited for today's show. Trying to hype this up on the internet, on the old net. But Sarah Tudzin from Illuminati Hotties will be joining us in a bit to chat about music, chat about life, and play a couple songs too. So really excited for that. She's one of our favorite songwriters and producers. So it's going to be great. And we got a couple other exciting little segments planned in the meantime as well, including our first one today. We're gonna play a few old favorites for you to start things off. Oh shit. Yes. Gonna play a couple covers from like two of the first covers that I ever learned when I first started like playing guitar and trying to play other people's songs. So I hope you enjoy what we're about to do. Sweet.
You gotta, at some point, we'll talk about the best thing to order at Red Hot Ranch, I guess.
A burger. I told you. They have the best burgers in Chicago.
You think?
Yeah.
And in Fat Cells.
Yeah. They're really good. They're really greasy and really, like, thin and delicious.
Smash.
Yes.
Smash burger.
Cool. This first song is, it's called American Hearts by A.A. Bondi. This album, which is also called American Hearts, it has like a painting of buffalo on it, is the first CD that I bought with my own money.
Nice.
I just thought that the cover looked really cool. I had never heard it before, and I bought it, and I'm really glad I did, because it's one of my favorite albums of all time. And I don't know, this song is special to me, and it's a folk jam. Ready?
Let's do it.
Let's rock. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We were raised by wolves, and we are still wild, and we howl when the troubled wind blows, and in the TV's blue light, assassins will lie. Every will just
stay up all night with the worry that goes down to the bones. And if your God makes war, then he's no God I know. 'Cause Christ would not send boys to die. And don't tread on me, for I am your brother. I was born with an American heart. And don't tread on her, for she is your sister. She was born with an American heart. Don't you get low as hell when the peace dove is felt by a man with the blackest of minds. And above the din, let the sighing begin as we're bound for the longest of days. And don't tread on me, for I am your brother. I was born with an American heart. And don't tread on her, for she is your sister. She was born with an American heart.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hot dog emojis in the chat.
Hot dog emojis, drop them. Okay, I'll let you guys in on a fun secret, a fun tradition of Chicago. At most, so you notice how Red Hot Ranch has a sign out front with like the big hot dog on it?
Maxwell Street.
Yeah, there are like a ton of places like that here that have like the same hot dog sign out front. They kind of all taste the same. They're all really good.
So some of them are Vienna beef.
Right, but
Not all.
almost all of them, at almost all of those places, you can order what's called a double dog. And what that means is it's not just a bigger hot dog. It's not like the circumference is like rounder.
Girthy.
It's not a girth issue. It's 2 normal size hot dogs in one bun.
Double up on the
you just get a bonus dog in your dog. That's why it's a double.
So I didn't know that like when you're rating hot dogs or reviewing hot dogs, snap is like a factor that comes into it.
That's crucial.
Like the snap of like biting through the dog.
Yeah, there's a series on YouTube. This guy, I think his name's Alex. He works for Bon Appetit. He's like in that whole crew of the vloggers at Bon Appetit. But he goes around to different cities and tries like a bunch of different places of like regional delicacies or whatever. So like he went to Buffalo and tried like 25 different buffalo
like
wings.
7 hours or something.
Yeah,
Right?
and he went to Austin, did that with breakfast tacos, Philly cheesesteaks, whatever. But he came here to Chicago and did like 24 Chicago dogs in 24 hours or something. And Snap was on his criteria. Absolutely. That's crucial.
What about the Home Depot dogs?
Home Depot dogs are up there. That's another Chicago tradition, another little secret. If you go to Home Depot, there's always a hot dog man. In Home
There's like a
Depot. It's like a
full
stand.
Stand with a grill.
Like a fast food zone.
And actually, you know, our neighborhood's like very like Latino, Polish, Italian, and there's this nice
You're typical.
typical Chicago mix pop.
Sounds like the world, Dave.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's a nice Polish store by us. It's like a
Wow.
European store, and some dude out like I don't know before everything went down, some dude was just selling like bratwurst with European mustard and onions,
Yum.
big ass buns.
Yum, yum, yum.
Street food.
Okay.
Wow.
We're gonna do one more
we're getting some hot dog facts in the chat.
Hit
Please,
us with
hit
them
us.
and enlighten your fellow chatter because
Portillo's has their own types of Vienna hot dogs. Fun fact.
Oh, like commissioned by
Excellent.
Vienna?
Wow.
that doesn't surprise me. Portillo's, which for anyone who doesn't know, is like a very popular local chain.
They have
It's-
them in like California. And
Yeah,
shit.
but they put them in like Arizona and Florida where all like the retired Chicago people go in the winter. Or not all of them, but you know, certain people who can afford to leave, but who still crave that Italian beef and cake shake. They put a Portillo's there for those people to get their fix. Anyways, okay, you're gonna do one more old cover, and this one is really special to me as well. I played it in our high school talent show, my freshman year of high school, with my friend Vaughn, and she would sing the harmonies with me.
Oh, nice.
Yes, and
Any
this
shaker?
this one goes out to you too, Sean, because I know you really like this album. This is from one of my favorite records of all time called "Keep It Together" by Guster, and this is one of the first songs that I learned how to play. But this one has like lots of chord changes, so I was really excited when I learned it because I was like, "Oh my god, I can play more than 4 chords." That's exciting. Okay. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, sorry. I was gonna do an extended.
Extended count?
That was stupid.
Do
actually.
a 2 count. That's 2 count is the
Okay,
new
let's
4
do
count.
let's do the opposite. Let's just do a 2 count.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2.
And you walked out when I asked you to stay. As usual, you get your way. You close the door and start
we get some more hot dog emojis, please? We are hungry for the emojis.
Kobayashi style, eating all the hot dogs in my mouth.
Woo!
We should have done a hot dog eating contest.
We should have done a hot dog eating contest.
We really screwed up.
God, this is fucking dumb.
There's so many hot dogs in the chat.
Good. Keep them coming.
Just all hot dogs.
Fucking hungry.
And one little weird alien who
We
is
should have
going to
done
eat
a
all
hot
the hot
dog eating
dogs.
Oh
contest.
man, I
We
wouldn't
missed
be
out.
good.
Like once a month, I get in a really weird mood and I watch like competitive eating on YouTube for an afternoon.
Who's
Does that happen
your
to you guys too?
Who is your this got brought up in the chat. Who's your favorite competitive eater?
Matt Stoney.
Okay, that's what I said too.
I love him. Cause he's like extremely chill, extremely skinny. If you saw him walking
That's
down the street, well, he's
crazy, yeah.
ripped. But if you saw him walking down the street, you'd be like, oh yeah, it's just like a regular guy. And then his jaw unhinges like a fucking cobra, and he can eat like. He ate, what was it, like 25 Big Macs in 10 minutes?
I don't know, but they just
way
did.
under 10 minutes.
It was disgusting.
They did like a virtual competitive eating contest like maybe a week or two ago,
Oh,
and I heard
nice.
that Matt Stoney got knocked out in like the first round.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't see it, but
I
he
mean,
didn't
I
do
don't know
so
how
hot.
you could sustain a career in that field. Like, your body is going to reject your choices at some point, you know?
I
that's
accept
what-
any hot dog.
I just noticed you're wearing your sunglasses. It's cool.
I'm hungover.
Faded? That's cool.
I'm not faded.
It's all good.
I got my coffee today, yo.
Heck yeah. Okay, so we are gonna do 2 more extremely fast not updates. Well, one of them is an update. If you catch my drift. 2 more really quick segments, and then bring out our special guest for the day. Yas.
Nice.
Nice. Alright, we're gonna do a super new song. Is that the title? Yes. Technology. This song is, I was looking at our voice memos, or my voice memos, last night, and I realized this song is like more than a year old. Isn't that kind of fucking stupid? We haven't even recorded a demo yet, so we'll do that soon. Anyways, so this is a song called The New Maria, and it'll probably be on our next record. Maybe not. Hopefully. Let's give it a go.
Let's give it a go, yeah.
This one goes out to Liz Powell from Land of Talk, one of my favorite songwriters, and I just strive to get to her level someday. 1, 2, 3.
was
There's gonna be a drum solo at the end.
it was a very loose arrangement of it.
Who might play that drum solo?
Hopefully, freaking Marcus. Is he here? Yes, Marcus. Marcus came by yesterday. It was the first time we had the 4 of us, been together in the same general vicinity in 2 months. No, yeah.
Something
March
like that.
17th was the last time all 4 of us were together.
R.I.P. March.
We maintained a distance. We sat in our backyard in like a diamond shape of distance, of social distance.
Baseball lengths apart.
And yeah.
We are each on.
He picked up his cymbals and snare in order to record drums on the secret cover that I teased the other day, which no one has still guessed, so I'm very pleased about that.
Marcus said,
Oh god, don't give it away, Marcus.
No, Marcus said yesterday, he whispered as he left that he'd only come back to play drums if there were more hot dog emojis in the chat.
Oh, yeah. Marcus is
Marcus is a dog aficionado.
He's
That's
a dog
for sure.
lord. 100%.
Lord.
Okay.
Do you have a segment?
It's a segment. Oh fuck yeah. God.
Oh.
Here, we should do this after. We should do this at the very end because it's time for the special guest.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, actually, no. We have 6 minutes. We have 6
6
minutes.
minutes?
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna do one more segment
Okay.
really quick before our special guest. You guys know it. You guys love it. You asked for it over and over again, and we're giving in. It's time for another brand spanking new weed sprout update. All right.
Little Dave.
Little Dave has grown. Let's hear it for Little Dave.
All the nature emojis. Alright.
Do you like my
Grand
quiet
reveal.
clapping?
This is gonna look so crazy.
Yeah, you guys. Oh yeah, it's green.
Wow.
Lil Dave has a new pot.
Wow.
All right, Dave. Tell us briefly about your journey to Lowe's yesterday.
Okay, I went to Lowe's. I wore a face covering. It is so busy. Spring is in full effect.
It was really nice
77
yesterday.
degrees yesterday, so I went out to get some errands, get some dirt, because little Dave was outgrowing his little pot. If you remember, this is like twice as big as the other one.
He was incredibly sad. It was like obvious. He was
Was it?
drooping.
Well, yeah, and it smells like weed. Wow. That's in the name of the segment.
Whatever.
But anyways, yeah, I risked going to Lowe's. It was fine. People were understanding. And I repotted little Dave this morning. And the way you do it is like you take the little pot that they're in, you like make an impression, you take the plant and you have to like tap it out of the pot. And I noticed like the roots just took like complete hold. So that definitely needed a new pot. It's time. It's a stressful thing for plants, I've heard. So
We hope that he is happy.
yeah, we
Does this look
won't
crazy?
know for sure.
It looks a little weird, but it's great.
We won't know for sure what's if he'll survive until like I don't know, like 3 or 4 days.
And I mean, eventually he's gonna need a bigger pot, right?
Possibly. Who knows? I mean, this is like houseplant size, which is what I was aiming for, anyways. And anyways, I decorated. I picked out some nice lava rocks from the yard, if you could see.
People are starting to call him Big Dave.
Big
Yes,
Dave.
I think
Not
this
yet,
is
guys.
He's
Don't
got to
think so.
outgrow you
this
first.
is
Yeah.
adolescent Dave right now.
Tween Dave.
Tween Dave.
For sure.
So I decorated with lava rocks, and I stuck a little bottle rocket in there because he's popping off. That's my little decoration.
Sweet. Okay. This has been Weed Sprout Update. Sick. Eventually we're gonna get the Wheel of Fortune sound effect going behind me, so Weed Sprout Update. Yes.
That's it. Thank y'all.
Thank you. Great. Is it now half past the hour? I think it is. Let me do here. I'll do a little intro. Sean, every time. Oh, she's here. Woo! Can you? Oh, Sean, can you turn up my headphones?
Yeah. How do I do that?
The farthest right silver knob. Sarah, can you hear us?
Yes, what's up?
Whoa, it's way too loud, Sean. Sean, no. Okay, that's better. Hi! Can you hear us? You can hear us? Great. Well, I didn't get to do an intro. Sean got a little trigger happy. But I want to tell everyone who's watching that this is the fantastic Sarah Tudzin from the fantastic band Illuminati Hotties out of Los Angeles, California. And we are so happy to have you here, Sarah.
Oh, thanks for having me. I'm so excited. I'm watching both the Twitch stream and Google Hangouts, and it's so disorienting.
Yeah, sorry. There's a little lag on the Twitch.
Unfortunately, we can't send the video stream to you.
Yeah, well, there's a couple technological hurdles that we are still just mulling over.
Just so many cables on the floor of our basement, hooking the monitor into.
No, it's just that it's impossible to the cameras can't be used by two applications at the same time. It's fucking stupid. But alas,
right.
We are here. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm out in the desert, actually.
Oh, really?
Literally distanced from the world, and just having some sunshine and some chill time.
That rules.
Yeah.
Is it super hot?
It's pretty hot, but it's not it gets really brutal out here, and it's not that level yet.
Totally. That's cool.
Is it? Nice.
I'm just curious. Is it do you have access to gear out there, or are you kind of just bare bones, roughing it?
Just bare bones. I just brought my computer and my guitar.
Cool.
Yeah.
That rules. I noticed that you've been doing a little gardening. Is that back in LA?
Yeah, that's at my spot in LA. I made a whole carrot bed, and I put potatoes in it before I left to the desert, and I have pepper plant and a raspberry plant, and I'm just kind of seeing how everything goes. But it's so fun to take care of all of it and watch it grow.
That rules, dude.
God, the weather.
Yeah, the weather's great out there. We love raspberries. Those are top berries.
Yes,
in
I
the
have
household.
Familial connection to raspberries.
Oh yeah, Dave's grandma in Poland has a raspberry farm.
Yes. My family grows berries and sells berries, and I love it.
They're
excellent
berry
plants.
folk.
Top tier plants.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Have you and anyone in the chat, feel free to answer. Have you guys been watching Tegan and Sarah's gardening show every week?
They have a gardening show?
Dude, yes. I've been taking screenshots of my favorite quarantine live streams just so I can remember this weird ass time in our lives. And their show is my highlight. It's every Thursday afternoon. And Sarah has some garden in her backyard, and they just FaceTime on Instagram Live and shoot the shit for an hour. It's awesome.
Oh my god. I should pick up some tips from her.
Yeah, her new Instagram is Where Does the Good Grow, which is hilarious.
Yeah, I'll check that out.
But anyways, that's cool. What was the vibe like in LA before you left? I'm just curious how things are across the country.
Everything is closed. It's kind of weird. It's there's no traffic on the freeways, which is pretty rare.
Yeah.
And it's overall calmer. I feel it's a big city, but everybody is so used to the way we travel to work and stuff is all just by ourselves in our cars. So I think it's not been quite as catastrophic as some of the other bigger cities.
Yeah,
but
a little more space to spread out, maybe.
Yeah. It's kind of eerie, that everybody's supposed to stay inside, but it's also the most beautiful time of the year. It's totally springtime. Everyone's out. Everyone would otherwise be out enjoying the.
People are out and about.
That's how it is here. It's at the end of winter, everyone is just dying to get outside, and so it's unfortunate that it's we have to be quarantined now because we're all just having. We already had cabin fever, and now we're just
I remember the first time I put on shorts in 2020. It was at the end of February because I'm fuck winter. It's time shorts are the transition.
Yeah, you were wearing shorts when it was really cold.
That was like my cue to like get warmed up for the springtime.
Dave,
and I could, feel outside.
Dave controls the weather. That's the moral of the story.
I control my own internal weather.
We have some questions in the chat.
Go for it.
This is for everybody.
Oh, right.
What's your favorite hot dog toppings?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sarah, you go first if you have any.
I do like ketchup, mustard, onions, peppers.
Ketchup, mustard, onion, ballpark.
I heard you guys shout out the hot dog stand, the Home Depot hot dog stand.
Yeah.
Which we also have, and I remember as a kid, like my dad would be like, "Let's go to Home Depot," and then he'd take me to Home Depot, and then we'd get a hot dog after.
That's so sick.
If you're getting like a Depot dog, you need that ketchup, mustard, onion.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Totally.
Marcus says he goes to Home Depot just to get the hot dog.
Yeah.
And then he leaves.
It's convenient.
Worth it, yeah.
It's right in the front. You don't even have to go in the store. Damn. I want to shout out Seattle hot dogs real quick. They put cream cheese on their hot dogs, which is fucking insane,
like
but
cream
it's
cheese,
so
bacon,
good.
onion,
Yeah, cream
peppers.
cheese, bacon, and jalapenos.
Yeah,
It is
jalapeno.
insanely good.
Do you guys have the street dogs like in LA? There's all these carts like in Hollywood on the street where it's like some guy like with like a open flame in like a shopping cart and like a hot grill over it.
Kinda, not as much.
I guess we have those, but it's more like people set up in front of stores. They don't
No,
like go
but it's not
around.
even hot dogs. We have tamales.
Oh yeah, there's like tamale carts
Yeah.
Guys like walk around with carts selling
and
tamales.
churros too.
Yeah, but the hot dogs is usually in like a store, like the one we're in front of, Red Hot Ranch,
Yeah.
like in a brick and mortar restaurant.
At
But
that ranch.
Red Hot Ranch, baby, the
My
best.
favorite topping. When I was a kid, I used to put barbecue sauce on my hot dogs. I know that's ultra
You're
controversial.
insane, Dave.
It's fucked
You
up.
are out of control.
Now
man.
I just do.
And now look at him.
Yeah.
Mustard,
This is
onion.
what happens when you put barbecue sauce on your hot dogs, children. You've been
Tide
warned.
Pods on my hot dogs.
Oh my god. So, have you been able to get in the studio at all, Sarah? While you've been quarantined?
I've been mostly working from home since quarantine. Like I have a little mix rig and production rig set up at home, and I've done a few I did a couple Zoom vocal sessions producing somebody's vocals from afar. That was
That's
kind of
awesome.
cool.
Dang. How was that?
And then it was bizarre. Like it was kind of awkward, but also we got the job done. And then the artist sent me all the takes, and I picked the best ones. And I had sort of an idea of what was going on, but it was a little bit laggy, and we had a Source Connect plugin happening.
So much about vocals, like vocal day or however many days however long it takes. For me, is about reading the energy in the room. It can all change in an instant if there's one breakthrough that happens. If the producer or your engineer is try this, they can feel your anxiety or if you're getting discouraged, it's easy to pick up on that and easy to kind of try to pivot. So I'd imagine from a distance it'd be tough to read the room.
It's like a wall put up.
Yeah, there's definitely an extra hurdle to climb. So it's kind of weird, but I don't know. I'm lucky that I sort of am able to do a lot of stuff except for drums pretty much at home, and I'm working on being able to have drums at home also.
Nice. Badass. I'm just curious, were you working on a lot of projects, or did you have things lined up before shit kind of hit the fan?
A little bit. Mostly mixed stuff, which was lucky. Mostly the tour stuff was what fell through. We had a couple tours through the spring, and then maybe end of summer sort of coming together and lined up, and those got canceled obviously. So so then I just sort of shifted into mix mode / finishing Hotties music mode, and use the time to be at home to do that.
How's your new record coming along? You don't have to share many details if you don't want to, but I'm just curious because I've seen you teasing. I mean, it's kind of tongue-in-cheek how you've been teasing working on your new record, because often that involves I don't know, you're cooking and you're working on my new record, which is so funny. But I'm just curious how that's been coming.
It's good. I think we'll have something sooner than later, which is exciting for me. And And yeah, there's sort of a lot in development as far as like music stuff goes. There's a lot of sort of weird drama that happened at the end of last year.
Totally.
With music in music world, and so we are making steps finally to like sort of like move the wheels again.
Nice. Did you feel pretty like confident going into this project, like this recording endeavor, or was it kind of like freaky making the second record?
Both. So there is I'm debating how much information to divulge here because it's
whatever. Don't feel pressured to share more than you want to. I know making your first record sometimes feels so carefree because no one's expecting anything of, like, no one even knows you exist, and so you can just be yourself and take all the time you need. But then the second record, people are like, I want it now, and I don't know, have a certain expectation of how you'll sound, and I don't know, it can be a little bit like meh feeling.
Yeah, I can say that I've had a lot of fun working on it, and like it's not what I expected, and I don't think it's what other people are going to be expecting. And there is sort of a backlog happening, and of music that will slowly be released out to the world, and the experiences of making all of it was all wildly different and awesome and fun. And some of it happened really fast, and some of it happened over the course of the last year and a half, you know, since Frenemies has been out, and yeah, it's been fun. I don't know.
That's really sick, man. I don't know. I listened to Kiss Your Frenemies again this morning just to refresh my mem. I mean, that record is absolutely phenomenal. Some of the catchiest songs that have been written in our generation, I think. And it's actually, I mean, shit's real. Like, when I first heard your album, I think this is probably true of every human being on earth, but when you're falling asleep, sometimes songs are just like running through your head. And that's, I mean, a lot of the songs on your record were just like, I can't fall asleep because I'm hearing this riff over and over, which is, I mean, at the time I was like, I just want to fucking sleep. But I mean, that shows you. Yeah. It's a fucking earworm. It's so good. But dude, of course. I was listening to it again though today, and I was struck. I think something that's really clicking with me. I've read about how we have something in common, which is that we both really love Sufjan Stevens, the songwriter.
Yes.
And something that I think the songwriter, in case you don't know him. One thing that I think he does so well, and that you do really well too, is you create these like intimate moments, like devastatingly intimate moments, and then like a bubble, and then you just explode them like out of nowhere. It's fucking awesome. Like, not only within a song, but like within a track list. And then if you zoom out even more, he's done that in his discography. Like, he has whole records that sound really intimate and serene and like untouchable, and then he has records that are just like spasms and like insane sounding. You know what I mean? Are you conscious of doing that when you're like building a track list, kind of like those contrasts and how those ebb and flow?
Yeah, I mean, I think like one of the sort of things that is innate in my musical language is that I like have insane like musical ADD, and I feel like if I get bored for like 1 second of a song, then I totally lose focus, and I can't, like, I want to be able to like listen to the entire song and just be like glued to it the entire time. And a lot of that for me is like creating huge dynamic contrast and moments that exist sort of in like different universes all within the same song or record, and like that is like really what gets my gears turning musically. And so I think like, I don't know if that's just an affect of not being able to pay attention long enough, or that, you know, I just kind of want to keep people interested, and if I can keep myself interested, I feel like I feel good about the song usually.
That's cool. I feel like that, if anything, that's just indicative of like loving music, just like having all these ideas and wanting to like explore a million different things. It's definitely almost like a collage or something. I don't know. It's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I love what, like, I feel like you guys all do such a great job of that too, is just really like stretching and like, you know, when you like create a project, you like are kind of like, okay, this is what it looks like, this is what it sounds like, this is like in the Ratboys language. But I think you guys do a really good job of stretching in genre and sort of like pulling from a bunch of different inspiration, especially on the new record, which is so great.
Thanks, man. I don't know if the timeline, I really appreciate that. I don't know if the timeline works out right, but I really took to heart something that you said about how, like, if you have all these tools in the studio to suspend your disbelief and just do whatever the fuck you want, why would you not use those tools? Like, you know, you should just go buck wild in the studio. Unless, I mean, obviously certain songs don't call for that, and there's certain moments where having like a stripped down arrangement would be stupid not to do that. But
yeah. I don't still like contrast, you know,
it is contrast, yeah. I don't know if I heard you say that before we went into the studio, so I don't know if that, I might be wrong saying that was like an influence, but that's something that I really agree with, and it is something that we're interested in, so I'm glad you said that out
It's
loud.
so wonderful. It's so like, I mean, you can literally, it's like making a movie. You can do whatever you want, regardless of the fact that it's recreatable in real life or not. And then, you know, if you're good musicians and a good band, which you guys are, like, you'll be able to figure out how to make it go off in a show.
It's just fun to try weird shit, you know.
Yeah.
You know that band Talk Talk, the 80s, 90s band?
Yeah.
I was reading about them the other day, waking up in the morning, reading my Wikipedia article, and what is it? That record, Garden of Eden, I think they like recorded it. They spent like 8 months in the studio recording it, and like when it came to like deliver to their label, they're like, hey, so these compositions, like, we can't play them live. They're super complex. We're not gonna play any dates on this because we physically can.
Damn.
And I mean, that's like a power move, and it shows, because I mean that record's incredible, and they really used every tool at their disposal. I
mean, it exists forever, so you might as well make it as good as you can.
Exactly.
Who cares? That's cool. Do you I was thinking maybe you could play a couple songs if you are feeling fine, and then we could maybe take a couple more questions from the chat afterward.
Yeah. I'm ready.
Should we dance around
the
dance.
Frame? Don't mind us. Funny. We'll just be dancing, but you do your thing.
Okay. I'm gonna play one that's like really, really new that I don't think will be on the next record, or maybe it won't be on any records, but I like it and it's new, so I'm gonna play that. Cool. Okay. Before it all comes out, you tried to get a jump on all the chemicals with a pixie cut. I'll be the right pattern. I think that I'm still drunk. I heard that AM gridlock's LA's hottest club. It's what you always wanted. This is what you always wanted. That when it all comes out, it doesn't seem so grim to keep your body while they load you up with poison. I am not that afraid and I am not prepared, so I'm sipping sweetly while you're picking out your hair. I hope it's what you wanted. I'd tell you anything you wanted. To try the new pills, take a little time off, because the grind kills. Though we're convinced it's keeping us alive, I got your planning skills. I got your nerves and your long arms reaching south of bourbon. For any other way to medicate, 'cause when it all comes out, it's coming out in chunks. And it was so much work just to save it once. You finish 4 clean years while every night I'm drunk. I know that nothing holds us like the bathroom floor does. I hope it's what you wanted, but I'll come back home if you.
such a cool vibe.
Sick.
Thank you. This live stream format is so much more fun than the regular old Instagram thing, because like when you stop playing, you guys clap, and this is silent.
Built-in audience.
A little.
I do have a question. Do you appreciate hand claps after playing a song better, or do you appreciate hot dog emojis? Because you're getting a lot of hot dog emojis in the chat.
I gotta say, I love the hot dog.
I'll try to make a clap next time that sounds like a hot dog emoji.
Thank you.
We should. Technological improvements abound. We should just get like an 808 where you can go.
Next time.
Electro clap. Lil Dave really enjoyed it.
Amazing. Go Lil Dave.
Sweet. Do you want to do another?
Yeah, I'll do another one. This one's on the internet somewhere, on Bandcamp specifically. The proceeds all go to Trevor Project.
Yes, this song is so fucking good, dude.
Yeah,
Heavy.
It's called People Pleaser.
Heavy.
Here we go. Let me start over. Times Square on a tiny TV. Will their buddies even like me? Kissing at the stroke of 12, stumbling off to slime you in the cozy cabin, cushy mommy. 3 hours north of the Mojave, licking at a salty pond, licking on what turns you on the downbeat of the brand new year. I'm still scared, you hardly care until you brought me to your beachfront condo, whispered I'm in love with you, Tud, half off at a tiki bar, mellow moonlight on the carpet, even only slightly suited. Everything seems lush with you, kid. I know who could drive us home. Next time, let's invite the downbeat of the brand new year. And all its biggest fears. I'm not some stylish soothsayer, and I was not expecting her, but then you took off with the howling heavy, hopeless heat on 2020. Guess I am the less one. Guess I am the drugstore brand, but I still work hard, plus I'm cheaper if it matters, people please. How'd you miss the sheep clothes? Trade your puppy for the downbeat of a brand new year. I know now you hardly care. How can I prove I'm the keeper if it matters? People pleaser.
What a banger. Banger alert. Let's get
Thanks.
some fucking hot dog emojis in the chat. Dude, I'm gonna nerd out really fast. That song, 2 things struck me immediately when you put that on Bandcamp, and I will say what they are now. I feel like Purred Hapley. Fucking, I'm a sucker for the octave hook. It's so good.
Double octave? Or
It's so sick. And also, you do this clever little thing where you're like, the downbeat, and it's like a huge downbeat when you say the word downbeat, and it's fucking awesome. That scratches the itch. Dude, I have a draft in my Twitter that's, I was drunk, I think, and the tweet is, I don't know what that noise is.
We're running low on disk space is what that noise
Whoops.
is.
Sorry. Well, we'll deal with that afterward. But no, I have a tweet that's like, man, I fucking love upbeats, but shit, I really love downbeats. So true. I think
That's stoner hours in the Twitter
I
drafts.
know, man. I can't choose. It's too hard. They're both so good.
Depends on if you're metal leaning or ska leaning.
True.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. And that changes by the hour. So, God, who knows? That's so sick.
We have some questions. I don't know how far this dates back, but and this is for everybody, but what's your favorite show that you played before quarantine?
Ooh.
That could be
Ever?
forever. I don't know. Yeah. What's your favorite show?
Mm.
It's either this or another show.
I mean,
That's hard. Favorite show before quarantine.
let's do last 6 months.
Okay.
Favorite show in the last 6 months. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you set the rules for this.
Or maybe last year. Sorry. That 6 months actually kind of sucks because
Yes.
I don't know.
Because 3 of them were in quarantine.
Exactly, right.
Well, yeah, because we both toured with Pup. I think those shows are amazing.
Yeah, playing with Pup was amazing.
I was just about to say we share some support act DNA
Yeah.
with the Pup legs. And we played New York City with them at Terminal 5, and it was just unstoppable. It was so fun.
That's so sick, dude.
Yeah.
That's
And I saw
huge.
you guys at one of the LA shows, which was an equally fun show to.
Yeah, that was
audience.
really cool. Yeah, you and Rosie came. That was so sick.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, they rule. The Cincinnati show we played with them was really fun. That was such a weird venue, but my parents were there.
Bar
And
was like decked out to look like a Marshall head.
yeah,
The
it was,
Cincinnati show?
yeah.
That's the one where right after we played, they ran an ad for like Red by Bronson Arroyo.
Yeah, like a Major League Baseball
It
player
was really strange.
read an ad that was like, "Don't drink and drive." I
Yeah,
mean,
it was like
good
the
ad.
exits are to your right.
It
It
was
was like
Oh my God.
really, really weird.
Very weird place, but good show. Dude, the show that I saw you guys play in Louisville was like Shred City. It was so sick.
That was a pretty wild show.
Dude, that new song you guys played, I don't want to give away any secrets, but there's like a breakdown in that song,
Oh, yeah.
if I remember correctly, and it is insane. I was on the balcony and I think my brain exploded a little bit. It was,
Yeah, I'll have to send you the recording of that one. That's a fun
I'd
one.
love to hear it. That rules. Yeah. Any more pressing questions in the chat?
Not super pressing. There's just some like, well, there's some like more broad ones that are open for everybody that are just like, what's been keeping you going during quarantine? Like one item or one thing that you've been doing that's been keeping your mind at bay. Sit on that one for a while, Julia.
Well, the gardening is definitely fun. Like I, pretty much my whole entire life, like the love of my life and my job and my hobby and everything that I do all day long is music. So like, it's been really exciting to like be interested in something that's totally different. And it's a good way to like get outside. I feel like that's really helpful in quarantine to like be in the sunshine a little bit.
This question keeps coming up too. What's your favorite Animal Collective song? I almost said Animal Crossing.
Animal Collective song.
My favorite.
It's been
Animal
asked a bunch, so I
Collective
didn't
Song
know
or record?
if it's.
I have
it
one.
seems
First
very
one,
important.
Feels.
You can go first, Sarah, if you have one that comes to mind.
Yeah. The I don't know what it's called, but the Feels EP is like my favorite.
Yeah, dude, that's what I was gonna say too. There's a song called "What Would I Want, Sky." That's like
Yeah.
the hook is like "What would I want, Sky? What would I want, Sky?" It's in the weird timing and it's really cool. That whole song or that whole album, EP, whatever it is really cool. Because then the next song sounds like a fucking demented circus. It's like, okay, yeah, we're back. Because the "What Would I Want, Sky" is like really beautiful and like too good. Like it's not too good, but it's too like pretty.
Oh yeah, it's got that like weird like Calliope.
Very glistening and like in major for Animal Collective, and then the next song is like normal, back to normal.
Feels is great. Our friend covered a song, I think, from Feels a long time ago. And like crushed
Yeah.
it. I love Strawberry Jam. I think that's my fave record.
Great record.
Sorry, guys. What's your favorite Sofiane record, Sarah? I gotta ask.
Ooh. Okay. I have 2 answers to that.
Okay.
One, this is so hard because they like all mean something totally different to me.
Totally.
But I think the one that I always come back to, and I feel like I could write like a college dissertation or something on it, because it just like conceptually means so much, like aside from the songwriting and whatever, is Age of Odds. There's just like so much going on, and it tells such a crazy story, and like you're just transported into this universe and like this battle between like organic sound and electronic sound.
Oh yeah,
I love that
yeah.
one.
That's probably my favorite record of all time. No exaggeration.
It's such a good record.
By anybody. I keep a copy of that album on me at all times. I know it's really stupid when I go out. Well, no, it's just like a shitty CD in my purse, but that record is still so far ahead of its time. I can't wait to be, and I keep referring to my future elderly self, which I hope will happen, but I can't wait to be like an old lady blasting that at the nursing home. It's still probably going to sound so fucking in the future. I don't know.
It's so strange, and just like it's like doesn't even like reference anything almost.
No.
It's so weird, except for like maybe Stravinsky, but like
yeah. And I mean, the
really
fact
powerful.
and part of the conceit of that record is that it's like, at least what I've read about it is that a lot of the like thinking, or like the narrator in the songs is like coming from a place of schizophrenia, or like someone who thinks that they're the second coming. And I just find that lack of like attachment to anything in reality, he's so good at showing that without telling people what's going on. It's really cool. Ugh, fucking love that record.
There's another question that I think would be good for some good stories. How did you come across your first guitar?
Ooh, I want to hear Julia's answer to this, because I have so much Dano envy every time I see you guys play.
Oh, dude, well, I didn't own an electric guitar until 6 years ago, and I started playing guitar when I was 13, which would have been like 15 years ago. But the first guitar I ever got was my mom's classical like Yamaha nylon string guitar.
Oh yeah,
and she
big
baseball bat neck, and I have really small hands, and so I could like barely play a G chord, But yeah, she just like gave me that because she wasn't using it anymore. But the Dano, my red Dan Electro that was my primary electric guitar for a few years was I just found that in a guitar store, and I knew nothing about electric guitars, and I still really don't. But I was like, that looks cool. And I picked it up, and I was like, oh my god, this is lightweight, like, because it's hollow on the inside. There's no or it's chambered, and so it's made of plastic, and so it's extremely lightweight, and I'm weak as fuck, and I have like no muscles, and so which is embarrassing.
It's easy to throw that guitar around.
Yeah, it's easy to like just really get into playing that guitar. You don't have to wrestle it or feel like you're like hurting yourself at all. It's really easy to play. But
this actually started as your first electric guitar.
Well, yeah, okay, so the first electric guitar I ever owned was because I was taking lessons from this douchebag, and he was a douchebag. It was like a month that I took lessons from him, and the one thing he said was like, you should get an electric guitar to learn on. It's easier than acoustic to press down the strings. And I was like, okay. And so I bought this Telecaster, but it was like a $90 Telecaster, like a pretty bad guitar. And so eventually Dave replaced the neck.
I didn't have a guitar at the time, so I started playing this. And then I just did a pickup neck and a bunch of different stuff. Yeah. And it plays so much better.
Yeah. What about you, Sarah?
I think the first guitar I ever bought was from like just a guitar store in the Valley. I like also wanted to teach myself guitar. I was like 13 probably 13, and then I found this guitar for like $30, and it was just like a garbage nylon string learning guitar, and I had that for a while, and then my first electric guitar was sometime when I was in college. I needed it for a project to like record. I just like needed an electric guitar sound, and I found this Mexican-made Tele on eBay for $100.
Nice.
And I was like, might as well take a risk. Like, let's do it. And I got it, and it's the guitar I play on stage every night.
That's so sick, dude.
Lucked into a good guitar that somebody was getting rid of, and they did a little work on it, but like nothing crazy.
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
Yeah, and that's like worth 6 times that amount easy nowadays.
Yeah, totally.
That's so sick.
I had a question in mind. What would you have a suggested like basic guide or like checklist of things that would be helpful to have if you're trying to kind of create your own basic recording setup at home? Like your elements that you would want or need.
Yeah, I think to start, like I would say decide like kind of what, if you want like a digital easy like plug and play setup, or if you want like something a little more hands-on, because both routes I think would end up costing the same amount in the end, but just getting like a 2-channel interface, like some kind of like cheap mic 57 or 58, and like your laptop, or the other sort of like basic method is like find a 4-track on Craigslist, then like $250.
I will say getting monitors for us
has changed the game.
Like
we were always mixing on headphones and
helpful to
no
have.
longer.
Oh yeah, mixing on headphones, that gets kind of scary sometimes.
It gets really hairy. You're like, does this even sound good at all?
A good room is like sort of unbeatable also. Like I feel like
totally
spending more money on treating your room and like getting the math right in your room goes a lot farther than spending money on expensive speakers.
Cool. What's your DAW of choice?
I'm pretty much all the way in Pro Tools. I'm just like the fastest at it, and like sometimes I'll bounce into Ableton to like do some sampling or like cutting because it's like it's just easier. But I feel like at this point I'm so much faster on Pro Tools that even doing the extra steps takes me less time than like doing the easier version in Ableton.
Cool. Nice. That's sick. Yeah, we use Ableton to demo, but then our latest record was cut on Logic. The guy who, Eric, who recorded it, was using Logic, and that was my first time ever watching someone use Logic.
Yeah.
I know nothing about it. But
I know it's like probably the most similar to Pro Tools.
It's like the GarageBand. It's like a more involved version of GarageBand.
Yeah, but like the layout of it.
Who knows? Shit's crazy. I had one other question that I had written down on my little notepad. This might be, I think this is a good question. I'm just curious, genuinely curious. Is there a project, like something that you were working on in the studio, not your own music, but when you were assisting or engineering something where your confidence or like your identity in the studio just kind of clicked into place and you just felt like, oh, fuck yeah, like I know what I'm doing?
That's a great question.
Like something that stands out.
Yeah, let me think about that. I feel like, I mean, I was really lucky to have worked on so many cool projects when I was engineering for Chris, and like, you know, I think that was a sort of an interesting thing because Chris is also such a fantastic engineer himself that I tried to spend as much time learning as possible instead of like being a rock star. But I did like one of the most recent projects. I tracked some like all the vocals only on the Wise Blood record that came out last year.
Oh, cool.
And basically what happened is the producer, John Rado from Tudzin, who's such an amazing musician, producer guy, had to go out of town on tour, and the vocals still had to get cut for the record. So it was just like me and Natalie and the studio assistant and like no one else in the room. And that room in particular, Rado's room, is really tricky. Like there's a lot of like weird electronic like errors happening at all times, and like cabling. It's just kind of like a funky haunted studio. And I think I was really proud of just like hopping into a room I'd never been in and like making everything work and making the vocalists feel good and sound good. And I don't know, I just felt like I was like flying solo, and I felt really proud of the work that came out of it. And it was also an amazing record to watch come together at the last minute.
That's so sick. And I mean, it must have been cool to like realize at the end when you got the result that you wanted, that, I mean, the vocals are a huge part of her music. Like that is it. And so you like tracked the most important part of that album.
It was pretty scary. And like, you know, I mean, Natalie is she sounds so amazing. It's hard to make somebody like that sound bad, but like after I turned in all the files, I remember the mix engineer was like, sent me an email, was like, hey, can I grab your phone number? I had a question. And I was like, oh no, I fucked something up. Like, this is at the end of my music career. And he called me and he's like, yo, I just want to know, like, what microphone, like, what was your chain for that? 'Cause like, it's really fun mixing the vocals. And I was like, oh man, that was way better than I thought it was.
That is so sick. Holy shit.
Yeah. So it ended up being a pretty fun thing. And he totally killed it too. Like that record, just like looking at the session from somebody who wasn't there from the start, it was such a crazy file to look at. There's so much going on. There's like full orchestra. There's like, it's very like Pet Sounds in its composition.
Wow, that is so badass.
Yeah.
Good job, man. That rules.
It was fun.
Before you go, what's the best way to support you nowadays?
Yeah.
Off the road.
Well, my Venmo is at Illuminati Hotties. I'm working on getting merch out. I have like a huge back order of merch, and I apologize if there's anybody watching who is like waiting on t-shirts. I'm trying to both get new t-shirts from the people who print our t-shirts, and also finding a safe way to go to the post office has been a whole like thing. But if you want to buy merch, that's great. I think there's like 100 copies of the LP still online. And other than that, just like stream the music and tell your friends about Ratboys too.
Yeah, and like Bandcamp weekend's still going on, right?
No, it was just Friday, but they're doing that the first Friday of every month from now on. So
wow.
That's crucial. Because you got some good shit on your Bandcamp that's not on Spotify. So
yeah,
I love that shit.
Thanks. Yeah.
My last question is, when are we gonna go to Donut Friend and Future Music again?
Oh my god, that was so fun. We all were in LA, just like chilling and eating donuts. Next time we're in LA, let's go. It would be amazing to see y'all again. And like, I don't know, like, let's play this show in real life. I think that would be the dream tour.
We'll make it happen. Yeah, I think we have a show booked in LA in August, but who knows if it's even going to happen. We haven't announced it or anything. But if things magically improve over the next couple months, then we'll be there. But
amazing.
We'll just take it one day at a time, see what happens.
Exactly.
Anyways, thank you. Thanks for having me. Dude, thank you so much for letting us pick your brain. It's been awesome to talk to you. And we wish you well, and I can't wait to hear what you've been cooking up.
Cool. Love you guys.
Sweet.
Have a good night.
You, dude. See ya. Take it easy.
Bye.
And bye. Love it. Man, she's so cool. Well, true special guest hour. Give us a little riff, Dave. Radical. So yeah, want to emphasize again, Illuminati Hotties Bandcamp is where it's at. She has some really cool songs up there that, like I said, aren't on Spotify, including the second song that she played, which the full band recording is, like I said, extremely heavy and extremely cool, and I love it.
You said it reminded you of Primus once, right?
Well, not that song. No, the new song that Illuminati Hotties played at the pup show that I saw them play at it sounded like Primus to me, and it was fucking awesome. Like I wish I had either recorded it on my phone or like, I don't know. What I remember was insane. But anyways, cool. Well, we're gonna sign off here as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're gonna be back next weekend with the second half of season 3. Very exciting. And
we're taking a mid-season break.
Yeah, we like to have the week to develop our technology, and then we'll come back next weekend with advanced techniques. So.
Yeah, what did we mention?
We have a light diffuser made out of a drum head, and we all sorts of things. Everything is slowly, subtly improving.
Yeah, we're
it's
doing
that
great.
Exponential curve. It's great.
Amazing.
We're at the bottom of the exponential curve. One of these days, it's just gonna look insane.
Yeah, we're all gonna wear robot outfits.
Yes. I wanted to plug a couple things before we say goodbye. I'll upload all these episodes to YouTube.
They're all on our video tab on Twitch too.
On Twitch. So full episodes, you can watch them on Twitch if you missed part of the episode, or if you have friends who like didn't tune in live but would like to watch it. Feel free to tell your friends and point them to that tab on our Twitch, or if you want to subscribe to us on YouTube and be notified when I do upload the episodes, which will probably be tomorrow realistically. And our disk space is low, so we will be improving that soon.
The disk space situation gets resolved by it's fed by hot dog emojis.
Yeah.
So the more hot dog emojis in the chat, the more disk space we have.
Yeah, we need to combat. Yeah, that's how we clear the space.
The sound of my computer crying.
Yes. So yeah, subscribe on YouTube and Twitch for notifications. Your phone will buzz when we are doing things. Yeah, Top Shelf is still helping us out all through today, through midnight Pacific time, waiving their share of the fees. So if you feel like downloading our music, there's a couple demos up from Printer's Devil on our Bandcamp. If you want to, those are $1 each. We put them at $1 each. I don't know. So if you want to...
That's a deal.
It's a deal. $1 for a demo. Boom, boom. If you want to grab those, feel free. And one last plug. I still have a couple... We're really getting down to it with this merch, guys. It's almost all gone, which is a dream come true. So thank you so much for anyone who's helped us out and ordered some merch. We still have a good amount of these hats left. They're really great. We only have a couple left of the crew necks. I think we have like 5 left. They're all large or up, size large or XL, I think. Large and XL is all we have. And then we got these 2 shirts. If you feel inclined, send me an email. I'm probably going to go to the post office tomorrow or Tuesday to send out some orders. So luckily I'm able to just drop stuff off at the post office. I just get in and out. The fastest you've ever seen. It's fucking insane. This is our cursed tortie. Very rare. We got, I think, like 20 left of these, and they will be gone forever when they're gone. So, anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for hanging at Red Hot Ranch with us. And hit us up if you have any requests for next weekend, because we will be back better than ever. It's gonna be sick. Yes.
Wow.
More than a feeling. More than a feeling. More than a feeling. Oh, more than a feeling. I see my memory.
That one goes out to Boston, baby. We love ya.
All right. It's party time.